Ranked from lethal to downright savage, these are the blades Cold Steel didn't hold back on. Stick around because by the end, you'll be questioning whether you could even handle carrying the one at number 7. One swing's all it takes to understand what this katana's about. Built for performance rather than strict tradition, the Cold Steel Dragonfly katana delivers serious cutting power. The 40.75-inch overall length features a commanding 29.25-inch blade of 1060 carbon steel. At 5/16 of an inch thick and nearly 40 ounces, this is a substantial weapon that brings real cutting momentum. The deeply curved blade arrives exceptionally sharp from the factory. It features an elegant iris leaf point and a hand-polished finish that turns heads. The teal-green silk cord wrap over ray skin provides excellent grip, while the Dragonfly-themed iron fittings add distinctive character without excess ornamentation. A black lacquered wooden scabbard completes the package, providing a safe storage option. In cutting tests, the Dragonfly excels. Its substantial weight drives clean, powerful slices through flesh, bones, and rolled tatami mats. However, the blade-heavy balance requires adjustment, particularly for those accustomed to lighter, faster katanas. It prioritizes power over traditional agility. The Cold Steel Dragonfly katana, it's one of the best options for enthusiasts looking for a functional katana without stepping into custom sword prices. Few blades blur the line between a machete and a sword quite like the Cold Steel two-handed katana machete, and that's the whole point of the design. It pairs a 24-inch full-tang 1055 carbon steel blade with a modified Tanto-style point, finished in a black baked-on anti-rust coating with a 16.5-inch injection-molded polypropylene handle reinforced by 2 heavy-duty bolts. So if the handle ever gets damaged, it's a fixable issue rather than a deal-breaker. The long handle and sturdy crossguard let you run the blade one-handed for quick brushwork or two-handed for full-power chops. The design lends itself to choking up near the guard for tighter, more controlled cuts, or sliding your grip down to the very end of the handle for maximum reach and swing speed. In hand, the length does most of the work, and despite its size, it doesn't feel like a chore to swing repeatedly. The polypropylene handle shrugs off hard knocks, and the crossguard does real work keeping your hand from creeping forward into the edge during aggressive chopping, a detail that matters more in practice than it sounds like on paper. The included Corex sheath covers the blade securely, but given the overall length here, this is a truck, camp, or garage tool rather than something you're strapping to a belt. If society collapses and zombies rise, the Cold Steel Chinese War Sword is one of the most effective weapons you can have, delivering massive reach and bone-crushing chopping power. The Chinese War Sword is a substantial two-handed chopper inspired by historical Chinese designs. It measures 37.5 inches overall with a 22.25-inch blade forged from 1060 high carbon steel. It weighs approximately 59 ounces, making it noticeably heavier and more substantial than standard swords. It features a cord-wrapped grip for comfort, an S-shaped guard, and a steel ring pommel. What makes the Chinese War Sword so impressive isn't just its size, it's how efficiently it turns that size into cutting performance. The wide curved blade features a hand-sharpened edge and delivers strong chopping performance. It hits hard, tracks beautifully through the target, and has proven itself over years of brutal testing. Just look at what it does to a pig carcass. It tears through flesh and bone with incredible authority when handled correctly. Its forward-weighted design delivers tremendous chopping power while remaining surprisingly easy to control. Moreover, the Chinese War Sword also comes with a heavy leather scabbard that gives it a nice classic look. What do you think? Would you pick this up for your zombie apocalypse kit? Let me know in the comments. Next up, we have an impressive concealed blade designed for self-defense. The Cold Steel heavy-duty sword cane combines the everyday practicality of a cane with the cutting power of a sword, making it an exceptional option for self-defense. The blade hidden within the cane is made from 3 CR13 MOV stainless steel and stretches 24.25 inches long, offering both reach and devastating cutting power. The 2mm thick aluminum shaft, it's heat-treated for strength so it can handle tough impacts without compromising the integrity of the hidden blade. Plus, the tapered shaft ends with a thick rubber ferrule, giving you solid traction on slippery sidewalks or uneven ground. One of the best things about the Cold Steel heavy-duty sword cane is how quickly you can deploy the blade. Just a single pull of the handle and the blade releases smoothly and securely, ready for action when you need it most. It's more than capable of taking down any potential attacker, and the sturdy aluminum shaft can also be used for parrying or as an effective bludgeon. While the sword cane is sturdy enough to support weight and daily use, it's the concealed blade that truly sets it apart, providing you with a formidable self-defense tool that flies under the radar. Double-edged and extremely aggressive, the cold steel Gladius machete looks like it was pulled straight from a Roman legionary's hand and dropped into the 21st century. The 18-inch blade is crafted from 1055 carbon steel, which in my opinion is among the best steels available for a machete. It provides enough toughness for the thin blade to endure repeated use against hard materials and also holds a decent edge. As a bonus, the blade retains a certain degree of flexibility. The tip's an extended spear point, longer than it would be on a traditional Gladius. It's also the sharpest part of the machete, although it's not advisable to use the tip against harder surfaces. While the cold steel Gladius has impressive piercing power, the thin blade has a weak point that can bend if misused. The polypropylene handle is simple and solid. What it lacks in elegance, it makes up for in function. The handle is grippy in wet conditions, ergonomic, and terrifically balanced. For extra control, you can cup your supporting hand around the pommel. The Gladius is just $49, shipping and a Core X sheath included. I've seen throw pillows that cost more. This formidable 20-inch Afghan knife is forged from high-quality 1080 steel by expert knife makers and exhibits an exceptional balance between strength, durability, and edge retention, ensuring the tool remains razor-sharp even after being put through the wringer. And at a robust 10.5 millimeters thick, the cold Steel Kyber provides unmatched cutting power suited to a wide variety of outdoor tasks. The blade's trademark graceful curve includes a subtle yet distinct fuller along the spine that improves overall balance and cutting efficiency without sacrificing the ease with which it can be maneuvered. Attached to the impressive blade is a white 5.2-inch ABS handle, offering a secure grip even in challenging environmental conditions. Weighing in at 1.76 pounds, thanks to intentionally distributed weight along the blade and handle, with each swing it enhances control and precision, performing accurate cuts with minimal effort. What wilderness challenge would you tackle with the Kyber sword in hand? Share your daring scenarios in the comments below. Next up is the cold steel Black Bear bowtie machete. This one's something of a hybrid beast. Cold Steel designed it to combine the handling and geometry of a Bowie knife with the affordability and blade length of a machete. The result is a 12-inch full-tang blade made from 1055 carbon steel with a steel guard, a feature you almost never see at this price point. That guard matters for hand safety during hard work and in any kind of defensive scenario. What's interesting about the Black Bear bowtie is how rigid and thick the blade is compared to traditional machetes. That stiffness makes it a more authoritative chopper on branches and small trees, while the Bowie profile means the tip is usable for piercing and detail work. It's essentially a giant camp knife that can handle machete-level tasks. The handle is polypropylene and the stock grip can be a little on the slippery side. The heavy-duty nylon Core X sheath that ships with the Black Bear Bowie is serviceable, but certainly not anything special. If you're thinking dual-purpose, trail tool, and defensive option, the Black Bear Bowie is one of the most capable combinations on Amazon. Now we're getting into the serious hardware. The cold steel Kukri machete. Users frequently describe it as a hybrid between an axe and a machete. It clears brush efficiently, processes wood effectively, and generates tremendous cutting power without requiring excessive effort. Many long-term owners report years of hard use with excellent durability. The blade is 1055 carbon steel. That's a big step up in toughness compared to most of the stainless options we've talked about. 1055 carbon takes an aggressive edge, handles hard impact without chipping, and has been used in military blades for a reason. The trade-off, as always with carbon steel, is that you've got to dry it and oil it or it'll rust. The blade's 13 inches. The whole thing comes in at right around 16 ounces. Not too heavy, not too light. The Kukri's shape naturally shifts weight toward the tip, which means your chops land harder with less effort. If you've never used a Kukri profile before, it almost feels like the blade does the work for you. A 13-inch blade like this hits like an 18-inch blade. Cold Steel finishes it with a black anti-rust coating and a textured handle for grip. Another advantage is versatility. While it's primarily known as a chopping machine, the Kukri shape also allows controlled slicing and detailed camp work once you become familiar with its handling characteristics. At this price on Amazon, it's one of the best value-to-performance ratios on the market. The Cold Steel Kukri has developed something close to a cult following over the years, and after using one, it's easy to understand why. It combines affordability, durability, power, and proven field performance into a package that simply works. If one knife looks like it could survive the apocalypse, it's this one. Bigger, thicker, and tougher than most fixed blades on the market, the Cold Steel Warcraft Tanto, it's built for people who need absolute strength without sacrificing cutting performance. The first thing you'll notice is the massive 12-inch blade, forged from CPM 3V steel. The awesome thing is this little snippet. It has both incredible toughness and incredible wear resistance. It can replace M4 when that steel is used in applications that cause chipping, and D2 and A2 in applications that cause them to wear out too fast. Pair that with Cold Steel's signature Tanto profile, and you end up with a reinforced tip that can take an unbelievable amount of punishment without giving up its edge. And honestly, just look at it in action. Splitting thick timber, driving through flesh and bone, piercing straight through car bonnets. Its long blade, forward weight, and razor-sharp edge deliver serious cutting power, pushing through tough material with surprisingly little effort, provided your technique is solid. This is a knife that'll have you tackling jobs you'd normally save for a hatchet. Even with all that steel out front, it doesn't feel awkward in the hand. The 5.5-inch textured G10 handle locks your grip in place, giving you plenty of control whether you're making precise cuts or swinging with full force. The full-tank construction ties everything together, creating a knife that feels rock solid from end to end. At over 17 inches long, this is undeniably a large knife, but every inch serves a purpose. Cold Steel also includes a durable, secure X-sheath, making it easy to carry and protecting the blade when it's not in use. This isn't a cheap knife, retailing around $400, but it's among the cheapest knives of its size with a 12-inch blade of 3V, and for that, it's definitely one to watch. Next up, we have a blade that just screams no nonsense the moment you hold it. Weighing in at a solid 10.6 ounces, the Cold Steel GI Tanto is built for pure utility, offering a tactical vibe that's impossible to ignore. With a 7-inch 1055 carbon steel blade, this thing's a workhorse designed for hard use in rough conditions. The Tanto point gives it that extra punch, making it a serious piercing tool. The black rust-resistant coating adds durability and gives it a sleek, low-profile finish. No glare, no shine, just a blade ready to get to work. The handle's as basic as they come. The minimalist polypropylene scales are designed for a solid grip and control, even in wet or muddy conditions. If you want to wrap it with some paracord for added thickness and grip, Cold Steel designed the handle to accommodate that. There's even a large lanyard hole in the butt for customizing how you carry or hang the knife. The included sheath is basic but functional, a secure military-grade plastic scabbard with an integrated belt loop and lashing points. If you're searching for a tactical Tanto capable of handling everything from camp tasks to self-defense, this robust and reliable option, though a bit heavy, is virtually bomb-proof.